Now it's time to jump into the question and answers. We will also look at the chat, guys, as we always do. But Fra, we start with our topics of the day.
Yeah, we start with our topics. I will also mention that we're going to have a lot of managers domino in the coming weeks, coming months. So I'm sure you will talk about that a lot. But let's start with a defender and a big topic, I think, because there were some rumors about Manchester United and Van der Ven. So what do you think about this rumor? Where do you see United in the coming weeks and months?
Look, on this one, many questions on Mickey Van de Ven because I think at Tottenham there is a situation to clarify in general with the centre-backs. Now, obviously, it's time to fight in Premier League to stay in Premier League. And to avoid relegation, it's time to obviously try their best possible in Champions League. So for Tottenham, is a complicated season, especially in the Premier League. But in the summer, is going to be time to clarify the future of defenders. Cuti Romero and or Mickey Van de Ven. I don't see Tottenham selling both of them. This would not be in Tottenham style. But there is obviously a lot of attention in the players because they are among the best centre-backs in the world, and so several clubs are following these situations. On Van de Ven and Manchester United, these rumors around in the last 24-48 hours coming from England, I received many questions, but guys, I'm not aware about anything really serious or concrete at this stage. Appreciating Mickey Van de Ven is absolutely normal. He's one of the best defenders around, and so it's absolutely, again, normal to have this kind of stories on many clubs. But at the moment, I think, as I keep telling you, and I told you here on the channel for some time, the focus for Man United and the big spending is going to be on midfielders. Man United want to invest on midfielders. Then, Man United to sign a defender, I think it's a possibility in the summer. Let's see what happens with Maguire, if he's going to stay, if he's going to leave. But at the moment, for Mickey Van de Ven and Man United, there is nothing really serious or concrete.
So, Fabri, I want to also link right now another defender. I'm talking about Alessandro Bastoni, and a club that I see here in the comments here on YouTube Live a lot. And the club is Barcelona, which is always at the center of a lot of rumors. And in the last days, we had some rumors about Bastoni, Barcelona. So do you think that he can become a possibility for the Spanish club?
What I can tell you on this one on Bastoni and Barcelona is that for sure, Barcelona consider Alessandro Bastoni as one of the potential dream signings for the summer transfer window, but Barcelona have still not started any sort of conversation with Inter, any sort of proposal, any sort of negotiation. So it's way too early to know if Barcelona will really go for Alessandro Bastoni or not. What I can tell you is that he's considered absolutely internally at Barca as one of the best defenders around. Do you expect Barcelona to sign a defender in the summer? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because Barcelona want to add a defender to the squad. They already wanted to do that in January, was not possible because there were no players available for a limited budget. In the summer is going to be a different budget. So that's why they signed Cancelo on loan to consider eventually Koundé as a defender and Cancelo as a right back when needed. But at this stage, what I can guarantee is that Barcelona are looking at defenders. Then on Bastoni, super appreciated, but don't forget Inter position. For Inter, Bastoni is an absolutely crucial player. They would ask, I think, for big money for Alessandro Bastoni. So this is not an easy deal. Nothing has started in terms of negotiations. And so at the moment, there is an appreciation, but nothing else.
So I see here in the chat asking about Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is coming from an injury, so that will be another situation. But there is a player at Napoli, and that's Mctominay, who is doing fantastic since he joined Napoli from Man United. And there were some rumors about a possibility of a comeback in the summer for the MVP of the past season. You think that's a reality or it's out of mark?
Look, on Manchester United midfielders, I keep saying that they will do something big. They have big plans for midfielders. And in order to understand who is going to be the player or the players, because it might be one, it might be two midfielders, we will see what's going to happen. Casemiro is leaving, so I think it's going to be busy for Man United in midfield. But in order to understand what kind of player they want to sign, we have to wait for two factors. The first one is Champions League football, and this is also financial, technical, but also financial. If you play Champions League, you can attract some players, but for Man United, it's never been a big problem, to be honest. Look at last summer, they've been able to get the green light from Cunha, from Mbeumo, despite not being in European football this season. And then financially for Manchester United is really important. The Champions League access would mean a lot in terms of investments for the summer transfer window. And then there is the manager. The second factor is the manager, because Carrick is doing fantastic. I think if he keeps going like this, he will have very good chances to stay. But at the moment, it's still not something decided, still not something communicated. It's not something they decide in February, and I think not even at the beginning of March. So we have to wait and see what happens with the manager. On Scott McTominay, at the moment, my understanding is that Napoli are in contact with Scott McTominay's camp to sign a new contract. So Napoli in the next month want to try reach an agreement with Scott McTominay, reward him with a better salary. We know McTominay did not well, not good, but fantastic at Napoli, especially on the first season. And this season, when he's been fit, he's always been great. So for sure, one of the best players in Serie A, if not the best, and doing fantastic. But at the moment, Napoli are completely focused on this contract extension, and so I'm not aware of anything advanced with Man United. Man United have a list with several midfielders, but the decision will be made later on.
So I see also the questions here in the chat. Before jumping the other topic that we wanted to talk about, I see a question on Kobbie Mainoo here, and we know that everything has changed, right, for him in the last week. So where do you see his future after what happened in the last week with the new manager?
It's completely new life. To be honest, credits to Michael Carrick, because if you ask me about Kobbie Mainoo in November, December, the desire of the player was to go on loan, not to leave Man United, because leaving Man United on a permanent deal is different, but to go on loan is a completely different topic, and this was the mission for Kobbie Mainoo, play, but now he's very happy at Manchester United under Carrick. Feels like a completely different feeling. So the absolute focus of the player is now on discussing with Man United also about a new contract. So contract talks with Kobbie Mainoo will take place soon, and I think for Man United will be one of the priorities.
And then, Fabri, we jump in on another topic, and that's Tchouameni and Chelsea. We are talking about big players, so just to let you understand the importance of the player that we will discuss in the coming weeks, Tchouameni, Chelsea, is there something true in that?
No, at the moment I'm not aware of anything really strong and concrete into these links. Many links between Tchouameni and Chelsea in the recent days, but at the moment, again, I'm answering the question as I did with Barcelona, with Man United. Do I expect Chelsea to try do something in midfield? I think it's a possibility, because Chelsea already looked at the midfielders in the January transfer window. But Tchouameni, first of all, is a crucial player for Real Madrid. Second, he's on a very big salary. He's considered a crucial player at Madrid. So I don't think this is an easy deal at all. And also at the moment with Chelsea, there is nothing really strong or concrete in terms of talks or negotiations. So at the moment, everything quiet around Tchouameni. I also saw someone saying Camavinga would be the perfect replacement for Casemiro. Yes, but these are fantastic players, and Real Madrid, I don't think they have an intention to change their plans in midfield. They have eventually to add the player in midfield at Real Madrid, not to let a player go. So at this stage, this is the reality then. Still a long time before the summer. If something happens with Tchouameni, with Camavinga, and I think also with Real Madrid incomings in midfield, we will for sure let you know. So guys, I think for today we said many things. We will be here again very soon, so get ready. This was just the beginning of something new. We're gonna do a lot here on the channel. Thank you, Fra.